Hi, I'm Deborah Dahab. I'm an intercultural psychologist and an expat and cultural transition coach. My mission and goal is to help you, expat, go through your cultural transition in a smooth and healthy and easy way. Today, we're going to talk about what I wish I knew before I moved to different cultures. And it's something that is common to many of my other clients and people that have participated in my workshops. So it might be relevant to you too. If you like this video, please subscribe. I will be very, very happy. So what I wish I knew. When we go through different cultures and different transitions, we can be successful and unsuccessful. And I think it depends a lot on the knowledge that you have on how these transitions happen. It also depends on your mindset, the reasons why you decided to make the move. And it also depends on knowing these things that I will tell you. So hopefully this will be helpful for you. The first thing I wish I'd known when I moved around the first times is it's part of a process. And sometimes it is going to be hard, but ultimately it will pass. So, we tend to feel the lows very low and the highs very high. And that's pretty normal when we're completely outside of our comfort zone, right? But to be honest, if we keep in mind that it's normal, that the hard times, that the cultural shock will happen, that we will be faced with challenges, but with an open mind, we will prevail and we will overcome. It makes the hard times easier. And this, I think, really is valid, is applicable to our life in general, right? We have times that are very challenging for one reason or another, and we have times that are not so challenging that we could, deal with things better. So if we keep in mind both during the hard times and the good times that it will pass, it kind of takes the weight off things. Like we'll get through it and it will be fine either way. Of course, there were times that I needed help, and I got help when it got really hard. And that's something that we have to keep in mind as well. And at the same time, that know that it will pass, be mindful of your own feelings. Because if it gets too hard, there is help available. So this is one thing I wish I'd known. Like maybe I wouldn't have been so hard on myself if I'd known that it will pass. The other thing that I wish I'd known is that the phases are normal, and I wasn't weird or crazy or, I don't know, because I felt a certain way. So sometimes when we're going through cultural shock, and there's a video talking a lot about cultural shock, so you might want to watch that. When we're going through those hard feelings, inadequacy, I'm not able to communicate, people don't understand me, it's really easy to be hard on yourself. And it's normal. You will go back to normal. These are normal phases. If I had known that, I honestly, I would have suffered a lot less in cultural transitions. The third thing that I wish I'd known is the importance, how do I put this? The importance, how crucial self-care is. Because when we're outside of our comfort zone, we're by definition uncomfortable until we feel comfortable again. This is not necessarily bad, because with this uncomfort or discomfort, we tend to grow as people and learn. Sorry. We tend to grow and learn. But this discomfort can be sometimes really hard. So it's important to practice self-care. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means different things to different people. For some people, it's exercising. For other people, it's yoga. For other people, it's getting a massage. For other people, it's as simple as a cup of tea. For other people, it's walking through nature. For other people, it's meditating. For other people, it's scuba diving. For other, it doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it is as it's something that brings you joy and you're able to reconnect to yourself during when you do these things, right? Because when we're outside of our comfort zone and we're in a new culture, things take more time to get done. And if you are a high achiever, you might feel like, oh my God, I used to be able, oh, I had a client that said that all the time. I used to be able to get through my to-do list really easily. And now, like I get 3 or 4 things done. Well, it's about managing expectations also, but it's also about realizing that you spend more energy to do more or less the same things because there are cultural barriers, there are cultural differences, there are language differences many times. So this is really important to self-care, recharge, whatever works for you to recharge in a healthy, wholesome way. And finally, one thing that I wish I'd known is when people from a different culture interact with me and I'm not happy with that interaction, even if because I thought that they were rude or they were unpolite or I don't know, I didn't get the answer that I wanted, whatever. But if the interaction is not very nice, it's important not to take things personally because in all likelihood, people are just usually going by what they know, which is most of the times not what we know because we come from a different frame of reference, right? So it's important to realize and to not put yourself as the center of the issue. So if someone you perceive that as rude, well, maybe that's the way it is and it's not because of you, but or so just uncomplicate it and okay, acknowledge, yes, I felt this, sucked, I didn't like to feel it, but it might not be centered on you because you're a foreigner or because you're speaking differently. It might just be the way things are. And taking away that weight of, like it's me or it's towards me can really be helpful because it's like, oh, you feel a lot lighter and it's not me, and we can live life a little bit better and easier and with less complications in our minds. So I hope these insights were helpful for you. Please subscribe if you like the video, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.